co-founder of Reddit and venture capital firm Initialized Capital. Alexis, great to have you on.
Oh, great to be here.
Want to talk about Bitcoin. Where do you see it going from here? And is the price of Bitcoin, or any coin for that matter, a reflection of the robustness of the underlying platform?
You know, Bitcoin has had quite a bit of battle testing over the years, and it's certainly the most robust and certainly one of the best proofs of crypto being a possible store of value. But when you start going on the list of cryptocurrencies, you very quickly run into a bunch that are far less robust and far more, frankly, fraudulent. But what this is, more than anything else, is a changing sign of the times. This technology, the blockchain, is enabling things like Bitcoin to work and to scale. And as volatile as it's been, we see it continuing going up over the long term, because more and more people are going to look for alternatives to fiat as a store of value, as we see currency fluctuations with states failing and other uncertainty that makes having a digital store of value like Bitcoin something that's desirable, because you don't have to worry about withdrawing it from a bank or the value disappearing as a government money.
We're showing to the audience the comments that you made to Fortune just in May, and your predictions: Bitcoin to 20,000, Ethereum to 1,500 by the end of the year. You still stand by that?
Yes.
You
yes,
do.
And I also stand by the fact that people can call me out if I am wrong. I don't want to. You know, we're not in the business of speculating on the sort of short to medium term prices. The reason we were that first check in Coinbase was because we believed in the underlying technology. We felt that if this worked, if blockchain and this notion of a kind of decentralized currency would work, there would need to be someone to handle the fiat to crypto transfer, and we thought Coinbase would be the winner, and so far they've proven out to be.
You invested though in Coinbase as opposed to putting the same amount of money into a portfolio of coins through Initialized Capital. Does that mean that you think that the greatest gains to be had within the crypto industry is actually the businesses supporting the trading of this, supporting the platforms, as opposed to the currencies themselves?
Yeah, we want to bet on the picks and shovels, and because we are a VC firm, we're looking for still actually old school equity investments. We actually haven't participated in token sales and ICOs because we want to own equity in companies, and because we really believe that there is going to continue to be a ton of wild speculation in the actual coin world and coin arena. What we're looking for are the people who are building the robust, very unsexy infrastructure that's probably not going to make a headline anytime soon, but is very quietly going to build the infrastructure that all these things are going to ultimately need to work.
Do you believe
those are the types of businesses.
Do you believe that the world's governments will ultimately let cryptocurrencies become rivals to their stores of value, to fiat currencies? That's number one. And number two, speaking of blockchain, I've heard it said that blockchain may dwarf in ultimate impact the World Wide Web. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, so I think plenty of states may try to stop, and some already have, the rise of cryptocurrencies that would present challenges to their fiats. The ultimate result, though, is the internet as a technology is a very robust and resilient one, and I think people will always still find a way. I don't think, look, I'm not calling for the end of fiat or anything like that. I do think, though, that the technology represents a real viable alternative that is showing more and more credibility over time, and it's still very volatile, but in the long term has a unique value. And with regard to your second question, yes, I think if things play out as we hope they will, there is a chance for a kind of new internet to be created built on top of this infrastructure. One where we can look at the things that worked and the things that didn't with the first sort of web and improve upon them. Even just the idea of being able to browse with a store of value is something that the first internet couldn't really have, and that has basically locked out a whole portion of the world that doesn't even have credit cards, but does have an internet connection today.
Interesting place where cryptocurrency could go, though I just don't understand what issues you have with small cars. Can we talk about the potential for rising interest rates? That was a joke. He didn't get it. No, he didn't get it.
Oh, fiat.
Sorry.
It's
I was like, wait a minute.
It's okay. He's a new dad. His mind is clouded.
Yeah, dad brain. It's dad brain. That's all it is.
There has been a tremendous amount of money rushing into your world because, in part, interest rates are low, so people are desperate for yield. They put money in places.
Yes.
Are you waiting for interest rates to go up so that way you can get rid of all these Johnny-come-latelys? Or Joanna comes lately, so I can be inclusive, as is the style these days. So you can really get some access to good companies without having to compete with all these people.
We love the competition. We feel like we have an unfair advantage given the talent we have at Initialized, as well as the software we've actually built to help run our fund. Yes, you're absolutely right. The world is awash in capital-seeking yield, which I know sounds probably pretty counterintuitive to some recent college graduate with a ton of student loan debt, but that's the reality right now. And so great founders are going to be able to find capital. We want to make the case for why we're the best source of early stage funding. And look, frankly, I actually think there are far more ideas that need to get started, because if you look around, there's a lot of broken things that we can fix through technology and improve through new business. And I want to back those bold founders. I want to be one of the people to write them that first check.
Hey, Alexis.
Go ahead, please. No, I was just going to say, you were there when Meghan wed Harry with your wife. How was the wedding?
It was great. It was really wonderful.
Are you not allowed to say any more than that? Did they make you sign an NDA or anything?
No, I just, out of respect for the couple. The only thing I can say, though, is there was some fake news about my wife playing beer pong at the after party. I can say unequivocally that did not happen.
Okay, that's good to know. I was
bet she'd
wondering
be
about
good
that.
at it, though. I mean,
If it had, she would have won.
she would have won.
Of course.
All right, Alexis, last question. I want to ask you about your 1850 brand coffee partnership. This is a coffee that supposedly is geared specifically toward millennials. Why do millennials need their own coffee? Why doesn't Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or the hosts of other coffee brands out there appeal or serve millennials?
Well, I think part of it is just the caliber of the coffee. I take mine without any milk. I don't want any sugar. I just want to taste really good, great coffee. And the folks at 1850 have engineered a brand that just frankly tastes really good. It's a high quality coffee. And you know what? It helps get us through the day as entrepreneurs. And I was really intrigued because they engineered an entire campaign around this 1850 bold project so that we could get ideas from people all over. You're seeing this Bold Pioneer contest on the screen right now. Like, I want to see ideas from people all over the country. So hashtag 1850 Bold Pioneer, and you can have the chance to get office hours with me.
All right.
This is open to everybody. So I want to see your best ideas, America.